Come on, man. Drop it.
Hold on, let's scratch it.
Oh, dang. Welcome to the founder chat. Is this AI?
No, oh, they have a thing, yeah, where you can basically put the tracks in you want,
Yeah.
and it'll do
What
the
was it?
whole
The
thing.
Weekend that went viral?
Yes,
Drake in the
Drake in
Weekend,
the
right?
Weekend. Yeah.
Yeah. Sample a little clip of it right here.
I came in with my ex like Selena, the flex ain't bumping Justin Bieber, the fever.
If it's not scraped off the internet already, right?
Hold on.
Oh, come on. You know what? You're putting in too much work. You should have just prompted it to
Just give me this. Give me the baby
give you a
scratch.
sick beat.
It's coming,
You'd be
dude.
like, hey, give me a sick beat.
It's
Drop a
coming,
sick
bro.
beat.
Yeah, watch. Actually, here, hold on before we.
Yeah.
Let me see. I think there was a thing in here. No, let's keep going. I'll find it. But you basically can put in, like, you can assemble a song. Just sort of the same thing. But how's everyone doing? How are you
I feel
doing?
like we just keep talking about AI.
It's basically the AI
right?
podcast. Yeah.
Like everyone else. Chat GPT business is trending. Do you know anything about
No, what's that all
Chat
about?
GPT business? I'm clicking on it right now. And it looks like the only announcement I see here from from OpenAI is that Chat GPT users can now turn off chat history, allowing you to choose which conversations can be used to train the models.
Oh, interesting.
But I don't know what that has to do with the business. ChatGPT Business subscription for professionals who need more control over their data, as well as enterprises seeking to manage their end users. Blah blah blah. We plan to make ChatGPT Business available in the coming months. So it's not actually out. They're announcing a new subscription,
Yeah.
a business tier, I guess. We have just the $20
Yeah.
a month
GPT
one,
Pro.
whatever it is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You've been messing with GPT 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you noticed a significant difference from 3.5?
Not a huge one.
Yeah.
But that's the sort of thing. It's going to be like incremental
Mm-hmm.
going forward. Like, it's probably like, whereas ChatGPT was probably like 80, 85%. I feel like ChatGPT 4 is more like getting closer to 90.
Does it still have the that limitation of not being current?
Yes.
Current
Still
events?
limited.
It is.
Yeah. But I think it understands the concepts more. Sometimes there's this whole thing where they would call it like the AI is a hallucinating.
Mm.
And you could sort of, if you asked it certain questions or told it certain facts, it would assume it and then keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas this one sort of like doesn't. It's not like it doesn't assume what you're saying is right.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
It's interesting.
So it's a little more complicated.
So I did find some use cases here from OpenAI's website. ChatGPT Business can be used in various ways to improve business operations and customer service. Here are a few examples. Number one, customer service. ChatGPT Business can be used as a virtual assistant to respond to customer inquiries, complaints, and feedback 24/7. This can help businesses improve their response times, enhance customer satisfaction, and reduce their workload. I think I told you about this. Google Assistant is doing something.
Yeah, you said making reservations.
Yes. So I had it a few weeks ago, call and make a reservation for a restaurant because the restaurant didn't have that
like an open
set
table
up.
or whatever. Yeah.
And so right in Google Maps, so you could do this now pretty much with, I don't know how businesses enable it. They probably in their profile, they probably agree to
Or
do
not.
it.
Maybe it's just,
Or like, could it be random?
it
Like,
could be just we're gonna call.
it could be.
Yeah.
So I put in the name of the restaurant. I was going to make a reservation. It didn't have the option. And then it said, do you want Google to do it for you? And so I said, yes. It called. It said, and you get a text message saying, we're going to try to call the restaurant. It was closed. They said, we'll try tomorrow. And I had forgot about it. I got a text about 9 in the morning from the bot and it said
Mhm.
we've called and made your reservation for 8 people, whatever it
Yeah.
was,
Dang.
and it just did it.
And you totally
Showed
forgotten
up.
about it.
Yeah, showed up, gave our name. They said, "Yeah, we got your reservation."
Dude, see, that's an assistant. That's an AI assistant.
Done
A Google
completely
assistant.
by a bot.
It's amazing.
That's a game changer
Totally.
right there. And I had it call another place this week as well. This weekend, I don't remember what it was, but I'm like, man, that's the way it's gonna be. These things
Yeah.
are just gonna do all these things
Yeah.
for you. Book doctor's appointments.
Yep.
Refill prescriptions, like
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Things that you and I right now have to
Dude.
think about, and it's just another thing on the list,
Yeah.
right? That just like I have to get done.
Well, I had two. I'm using 2 new platforms that have AI since our last.
Since
Founders
last
Chat.
week.
Yeah.
What are they?
So one of them is called Reclaim, and it takes tasks from Asana or wherever and puts it in your calendar. So because if you think about it, you have Asana. Like right now, I've got Asana and Google Calendar. And how do you merge those two? Well, the only way to do it is manually go in and go, okay, I want to get this
Mhm.
done here, here, here. And so this program basically takes both of those, and you can you prioritize your tasks. You give it a due date, and then you say how long you think it will take you to do that task, and it'll find that time throughout your day or your week, and it does your personal stuff, does your work stuff, and it takes the place of like someone putting together your schedule. And for me, that's huge because now I don't have to think about what I need to get done. If it's in there, if it's logged, then then I'm on track. So that's been a huge
And
one.
it's smart enough to know if an actual real meeting comes in and
Yeah.
takes that slot,
It moves
reassigns it. Yeah.
Or if it's like, you know what, like right now, it's telling me like you've got some stuff at risk. Like it
Oh.
already knows. Like it's like your week's packed. Like some of this stuff, if it doesn't get figured out,
Yeah,
like you're
yeah.
gonna miss your deadline.
Ooh.
So, I mean, that's cool, right? That's
Yeah.
to me, I'm like, dang, and it's like $8 a month, bro. Like, I was looking at an executive assistant to do just that
Just
task,
to do that for you.
and it wasn't $8 a month. Let me tell you
no,
that.
wasn't.
And then the other one we're playing with is called Noty, Noty
Mm-hmm.
.ai, and that one is really kind of cool. What it does is it takes your Google Meet meetings and transcribes them, and then puts it in AI and lets you summarize or find action items from those meetings. And it works. I sent you some stuff yesterday.
Yeah, we had just wrapped up a call,
Yeah.
and but 2 minutes later, you slacked me a to-do
Yes.
list, right?
A summary of the whole
A
meeting.
summary of, but the tasks,
With the tasks.
specifically.
Yeah. Like Charlie will be doing this.
Yes.
And Nathan will be
Yes.
doing this. Yeah.
And I knew it too the second I read it. I said, I think my response was just up yours.
Yeah, yours. You're like, no
I was
way
like,
did a bot just do this.
yeah,
I'm like, yes,
like
it
no
did.
way. And I read every single one of them, and it was spot
It
on.
was spot on. It even got like some of it said like I don't forget what it was, some tech term
Mm-hmm.
or whatever, and it knew it. I'm like, how does it know like the actual tool
Yeah,
were
it
you
knew.
talking about? So yeah, very accurate. And that one's like maybe $10-15 a month.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, dude, I mean the amount of time that saves
Totally.
and confidence in just doing our job.
100%. And speaking of AI, I'm going to San Francisco
Yes.
tomorrow night for a meetup
Yeah.
with our boy Jeremiah.
Feels like more than a meetup. I mean, that's a big,
Yeah, no, it's
a
getting
200
crazy, and
plus
I've been
people.
following Jeremiah. We'll shout him out here.
Yeah.
He's big on Twitter in the AI space. He was pretty heavy on Web3, and now he's
kind of a big deal.
Yeah, he's kind of putting himself out there in AI, and so he's very active on Twitter and LinkedIn, and he's been posting a lot of meetups in the city. In fact, he's been claiming, not just him and others, that like Silicon Valley's back.
Mm.
It's some of that feeling of
Mhm.
something's happening here,
Mhm.
where the last couple of years has been like everybody's just dipping out of there. Like innovation's not happening here; it's happening everywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think the folks that are building AI, they're there.
Yeah.
And it feels like the epicenter again.
Yeah. It's like
And
they
it's,
did
and
it
it's
again.
happening so fast.
Yes.
And so now it's these meetups, you know,
Yeah.
people, these hackathons, these meetups,
Yeah.
and they're getting packed, like jam packed.
Sure they are.
One, because the technology is advancing so quickly, and two, because there's just not enough of them.
Yeah.
And people are excited.
Right.
Right. It's an
And
exciting.
it's so early too. I mean,
it's-
even though
and it's
AI has
early.
been used for a while,
Yeah.
like it feels like it finally.
Yeah, it's like the floodgates just
Yeah.
ripped open, right?
Yeah.
And so,
Something clicked.
so he set his own meetup up, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was 100 was the capacity for that spot for the location where it's at, and then I think he maxed out in a matter of a couple of days, if not a day. I don't remember exactly, because it was like, hey, we're maxed out, and we're gonna put a waiting list together. And we checked it. He must have done something, because now it says over 200 are attending,
Yeah.
with over 150 on the waiting list.
On the wait list. Yes.
And it's just like, hey, there's too many. And then they put out a
Yeah.
thing saying, hey, we're going to have to follow it up
Yeah.
with another one. And so I'm excited to be there.
Yeah.
Again, we're just scratching the surface with this stuff,
Yeah.
but I mean, we're going to be all up in that. Like these are some of our friends, and want to see the stuff that they're working on and support any potential projects, right? That they're backing, or that they're, putting efforts behind. It's going to be cool to be there on the ground and see something, it could be like months or years from now. Like, dude, we were there, like, when that guy or those guys are doing that thing. Like, I remember,
Absolutely.
and it's exciting,
Yeah. It
because I
is.
feel like we missed a little bit of that. We jumped in this kind of late, I should say, from kind of the startup thing.
Yes.
We were coming in like 2017, 18,
Yeah.
19. We start
Yeah.
start getting in there,
Yeah.
when it wasn't as exciting. It was more like putting money in.
Right. I mean, we've had
Web
a
three
couple-
was the one we were looking at, right?
Yeah,
We're
we
like,
sort of
that's
like-
it.
There we go.
And now people are saying Web 3 is more like 2025,
Yeah.
2026,
Yeah.
right? And so
It'll have its moment, but it hasn't hit yet.
this just took everyone by surprise,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. It's funny though too, because if you go back, probably a year or so, we're probably talking metaverse
Oh yeah,
every time.
Well, metaverse,
Mhm.
NFTs, access tokens, blockchain. I mean, the stuff. The thing is, it's still relevant. I just think the path there is not as clear.
Mm-mm.
In fact, on the All In, I don't know if you're caught up. Chamath said, crypto in America is dead.
Is that what he
He
said?
said dead.
Wow.
And that's a pretty bold statement
That is a
to
pretty
say,
bold
right? And I
statement.
think it has a lot to do with, like, I think the government and
And how they're embracing
regulation,
it.
and how
Yeah.
other countries are diversifying
Mm-hmm.
into Bitcoin and crypto, and the U.S. is just not doing it. So then what happens if this thing blows up
I
and
know.
the U.S. has nothing?
I know. Yeah.
What do they do? What do we do?
Right.
Nothing. You got no dollar, no U.S. dollar tied
No.
to any of it. And other countries do.
Yeah.
And then Bitcoin is 200,000 or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. Suddenly, what is it? El Salvador becomes like, a major,
Exactly.
whoever's, got a bunch of this and they've been using it,
Totally.
becomes a land of billionaires all of a sudden.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's crazy. I didn't hear him say that. That's amazing. I
Yeah.
can see I still think the technology in Web3 is transformative.
Yeah.
And the idea of, I think what's going to be interesting to see how AI will probably create a use case for blockchain better than we would have. You know what I mean? Like it's going to be like, oh yeah, you have to do something with this information or some sort of authentication. How do I know that what this, AI is telling me is legit? Well, because of blockchain. You know what I mean? So it'll probably be used as some, way of keeping things legit.
Mhm.
Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see what comes out of VCon,
Yeah.
which is
When is that?
expected to have. I think it's next month. Yeah, almost
Yeah. But dude,
almost made it out there.
even Gary Vee though is talking about AI like hard.
Sure. Yeah, but he's throwing the biggest conference, NFT conference.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
Right?
Yeah.
And so and it's a little bit like, well, what's
It just tells you how fast stuff is happening.
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Like
and it's not like they're pulling anything back.
no.
I think I'll argue that they're even doubling down and saying this train's still going.
Yeah.
But everybody's focused over here.
Yeah.
Now, do the two things cross over? Maybe they do. But I think with NFT specifically, it's more of the utility of it.
Yeah.
And so it's a lot like what our friends at Superlayer were doing and preaching about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that 2.5 Web 2.5.
Yeah,
is
that's
getting,
it right there.
Getting Web 2 to Web 3. And
Yes.
so using utilities and tools that we're using today,
Yes.
but then backing them with Web 3 technology.
yeah.
And that's why you'll see like companies like Polygon, blowing up because
Mhm.
they just made it, simplified that process of a framework. So it's like plug into it and then build so you don't have to think about the blockchain component of it, right?
Right.
So they make it easy for developers to do that.
Right. And for users, because the problem is too, even just setting up a wallet is a pain. So, yeah, anything they can do to speed that up.
Totally. I mean, I think like setting up a wallet was the equivalent of, back in the day, just think of the most basic tasks we do today and how complicated they were back then. And how you had to be really tech savvy
Yeah.
to do things,
Same
right?
thing.
It's like, it's the same thing now. It's like the wallet, whatever it is, connecting it, the MetaMask, the browser.
Yeah.
It's
Well, remember back in the day,
too
it
many
was
hoops.
buying URLs and, hosting, and you had to have a certain technical,
Big time.
thing. And now it's just GoDaddy,
It's too easy.
it's too easy.
What do you think of all this blue checkmark stuff on Twitter?
Oh, I honestly, I haven't read too much into it. I hear that it's getting,
You cut everyone off.
there's a blue and then there's a gold, right?
Yeah, I think gold
What's-
is legacy.
What does that mean?
I think if you were verified, legitimately verified,
Uh-huh.
like somebody who's, I think, notable, perhaps, and then they consider legacy checkmark that you got to keep it or
Uh-huh.
turn gold. I don't know if you have to pay the $8 or not. Not sure, but he basically just stripped it from everyone else. Like celebrities.
So even our Sidebox check mark, is that?
No, we're Twitter Blue, so it doesn't
Oh.
affect us.
Oh, well, what are you talking? Which one is it then?
But we're talking about
Oh, we're Twitter Blue.
Twitter Blue.
That's right.
Yeah, Twitter Blue gives you the blue. And
Right.
If you were a legacy check mark,
Uh-huh.
it would be a gold one.
That's it.
That's
Okay.
my understanding.
That's yeah.
But a bunch of people, I think this last week, were just there was like a cutoff. It was like, if you don't subscribe, you're
You're
losing
done.
it, and he went for it.
Dude.
I think even Joe Biden lost his check mark. If I'm not mistaken. And a bunch of celebrities were
Oh,
crying. It was
wow.
hilarious.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
Isn't it like a few bucks a month or something? What is it?
$8.
$8 a
Yeah.
month. See,
Yeah, I'm
that's
trying
what's
to
so
see it.
weird. It's like, come on, how valuable is your Twitter?
The thing is, he's become political.
yeah, he's
That's
getting.
the thing is
Yeah.
people don't want to pay Elon
Oh, is that what it is?
the $8. That's what it is. And so it's kind of silly. And so he's just been trolling people, celebrities, news outlets, that previously had
That
it
lost it.
and lost it. Oh, it's
He's doing that. He's trolling him.
oh yeah,
Oh no.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it looks like Biden got his back. So I don't know if that
Oh.
means he.
He coughed up. The
Okay, it looks like
$8.
they changed their policy. So now he gets one that's medium blue color. It's not fully blue. It's like muted blue or gray, and it says government. This account is verified because it is a government or multilateral organization. Okay, I get that. I don't see any gold here. Anyways,
Dude,
the whole
how
thing's funny.
crazy.
People were putting memes about like sponsor a celebrity, for $8 a
Right,
month.
right. Just- they too can have a check.
Yeah, they
check mark.
too.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think the value people get. We were talking about this. I think, like, what should they charge? I'm like, man, they could charge anything for some of these blue check marks.
Well,
People's
they charge-
careers have been made
the
because of that.
the business. They have a business. What is it called? Professional. It's under professional tools, I think. You can verify your business
Mm.
as an organization, and then you can verify people in your organization, like validate that they're
Uh-huh.
similar to LinkedIn, I guess. You work at so and so.
Yeah.
So if you look at somebody's profile, like Elon or whoever, you'll see the check mark and then the icon of the organization right next to it, real
Mm.
tiny. Well, I looked into that, and that's $1,000 a month just for that. And then
That's
every
crazy.
employee or every person in the organization is
Uh-huh.
$50
A month.
a month. But it's like, what are you really getting for that?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if the value's there.
Yeah.
However, the subscription thing is actually something they released as well. I think in the last couple of weeks,
Uh-huh.
which you'll start seeing if you're back on Twitter, right? And it's basically when you hit someone's profile, you'll see now subscribe, and so
Oh.
they've built a paywall for
Okay.
exclusive content,
Right.
and you set your price, is my understanding too. So, for example, in fact, we can just use Elon Musk.
Very
as an
much like
example.
Substack or whatever. Like
Yeah, so he's got a subscribe thing here.
Mm-hmm.
Subscriptions are not loading at the moment. Well, that's great. I think he has. Somebody did the math. He's charging $4, I think, for his,
Mm.
and he has. It was a lot. Somebody did the math, and it was millions
A month.
a month, I think.
Good grief.
Yeah, it was something like. It's definitely millions for the year.
Okay.
But this is just from turning on a paywall for himself, one
Yeah.
person.
Yeah, just clicking a box and then.
And I think I saw
Dang.
MKBHD. I think did the same thing. Yep, subscribe. I mean, the guy's got 6 million followers on Twitter,
Right.
plus all the other channels. And if you're
And how
gonna
much is he
put
charging?
again,
Oh, it's not working.
either the product's down or it doesn't work on the iPad. But you're gonna start seeing this more and more on Twitter. I think they're trying to create a creator
That
economy
makes a lot of sense.
on Twitter, and so what's the incentive to get them over there?
Right.
And apparently the payouts a lot more favorable to the creators on Twitter
Yeah.
versus
It's like
Other
OnlyFans
platforms.
for
yeah, exactly. I mean, think about it. It could be pictures or
yeah,
just tweets, right?
yeah,
I'm gonna say something
yeah. It's only here.
only here and put videos and content. Like it makes sense. Now, if it would work, it'd be even better. But anyways, that's sort of the Twitter, I guess, the Twitter news there. Twitter
You think he's
Blue.
doing all right though.
I don't know.
Elon?
I don't know. Depends what headlines you're reading.
Yeah,
I don't worry about him
I
or
don't
about
either.
the platform.
I don't either.
Even when people are like, people are leaving Twitter. Like I don't see that. I feel like the product's improving. In fact, have you seen their new truth, sort of this community-driven truth thing that they've got? These labels now. And so someone tweets a link or a video or a picture or whatever. I don't know if it's a bot or if they're using AI or not, but now when it goes viral, I think when it goes and gets shared, there'll be a label underneath that gets auto generated. And so it'll say if they're claiming something, whatever it is, I don't want to say make
What?
something up, whatever it is, on the bottom it'll say this is actually false because as reported on blah blah blah. This
Whoa.
is so it's
Fact
like these-
checks it.
fact checks it in real time. But I think
What?
it's community driven, not AI.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Dang.
but I think that's going to be the norm and the standard.
that's interesting.
moving
Kind of
forward.
reminds me of Reddit in the sense like the upvote. You know,
Yeah.
like it's almost like this community policing. Like
Mm-hmm.
garbage just gets downvoted to oblivion. No one sees it, but the good stuff rises.
Yeah, 100%.
It's sort of like that.
Yeah, we'll put an example here so you guys can
Yeah.
see it. But it's actually pretty cool,
And you
especially political stuff
yeah,
that goes viral. And you read the headline and you're like, come on. And then
yeah.
you see the little description at the bottom of the little fact checker, and it's like, oh, okay, I see.
And you just got me hooked here on Artifact.
Yep, those are the creators of
You know what's crazy is
founders of
Artifact has
Instagram.
an article in Artifact. Where was it? I was going through it and I was like, oh, Artifact, da 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 da. I'm like, from TechCrunch. I was like, how crazy is that? Oh yeah, here it is. Like, news app Artifact can now summarize stories using AI, including in funny styles. And that's in Artifact. Like,
It's from TechCrunch?
Yeah, it reported its own news.
There you go. So if you don't know what kind of news to follow, we'll follow our
Dang.
news.
That's crazy though. But yeah, I was telling Charlie I was using my Feedly.
Feedly, man, that is
That's raw.
ancient, bro.
That's raw, dude.
Ancient.
Google Reader, dude. I cried when that one went away.
Were you a big user of that?
I was a huge Google Reader, dude. I was like, I don't even crack websites
R-
open.
R.I.P. for the
R.I.P.
homies.
This goes out to all our fallen homies, yo. Come on.
Pour one out for the
Well,
homies or for
Feedly
inbox.
came back in and sort of
They did you
saved
dirty
it.
twice.
Oh, dude, Google's 3 times.
What? Stadia,
Stadia. So
Oh.
it killed my Google Reader,
bro.
Inbox, and Stadia.
for
Up
the
Google.
homies. Up Google yet? Hey Google, play music. We
No,
got
dude, here, let me do it.
all
Let
up
me
in
do it.
here.
Watch. I was gonna